a bit closer than you might expect. Zach, do you have any idea?
Sheesh. I mean, it's hard to say because, the records are so similar, especially if we take out that 3 loss from just the penalty that they took. My gut's still saying Persistence is going to be able to pull this off, but I'm thinking we're going to see a 2-1 victory from them today.
Yeah, I agree with that prediction. I think that's where my heart in my head is leaning. Just seeing Persistence perform well against Bittersweet, taking them down 2-1, made me have the confidence in them to say, I think even though if their record is still second place, they are the best team in the league.
Right.
Mirage did lose a couple matches last week against Regular Gamers, which I thought Mirage would be over them.
Yeah.
So the fact that they lost 2-1 to RG makes me feel like they are still a really good team, and they, of course, didn't have their captain Ghost last week.
Right.
So that is a factor, and Ghost will be playing today, which means I think they are almost as good as Persistence, but I still give the leaning 2-1 to Persistence over Mirage. So we'll see if that comes true or not. Players are now finally into the lobby, so we can get that set up. I have a feeling, though, that, how much do you factor in what this means to the teams? Mm-hmm. Persistence being at 12-3, if they lose 2-1 or even 3-0, I feel like confidently they still are in the playoffs.
Right.
Mirage, if they get swept here today somehow, which I don't think will happen, if they do get swept here today, though, then you're looking at a 10-8 record, and potentially now some other teams have bumped over you, and you're 5th place instead of 4th.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that, Zach? Is that enough to push their nerves one way or the other and really change this series?
I really don't think so. I don't think either of these teams are teams that play with emotion.
Emotion?
Is that rude?
Emotion?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. If you watch Persistent clips on Twitter, they're yelling and screaming like crazy.
Yeah, but I don't think that the way that the statistics stand usually affect their play.
Okay. So you think they're mentally tough?
I think so. I think both of them are.
Solver, how about for you? I know you've played and commentated a lot of competitive scene. How much factor of nerves and the meanings of these games really affect these teams? Anything at all, you think?
It is actually one of the biggest components to playing well. Really, you just need nerves of steel just to play at your best all the time.
Yeah.
And
it's
definitely good just to psych yourself up like every match.
Yeah. And I think too, when you're facing such a good team and you are a good team yourself, it's not so much mentally nerves like, oh, like we can throw this game. A team that's the best going against the worst team, if they throw, it's just like, oh, whatever. When they're facing one of the other best teams, that can be nerve-wracking because it's going to be close. It's going to be back and forth. Just like regular gamers and Inkings, any moment of the match can flip it one way or the other and decide your season. So that's what's on the line. The teams are ready to go. Number 2 team versus number 3, Persistence Mirage, taking the ink for the first time today.
Definitely a good and hearty map mode combination.
Yeah. In the green, we're going to have Persistence Mirage taking on the magenta. I'm already seeing the Nautilus coming out by Fluff, who is in talks for MVP. I'm loving to see what he's going to get done today.
My vote's probably on Persistence with this comp, because Nautilus and Charger on the same comp isn't the greatest idea.
Well, we'll see how they play. Of course, comps can only mean so much if you play them wrong. So we'll see how the teams are going to pilot them right now. Off to an early lead is Mirage, but that's not going to last very long.
Yeesh. Got a penalty already on Mirage, and 1 dead right now, but I'm not seeing a lot of Mirage representation on the field right now.
Yeah, and if you remember, Neo or No here is the top splatter of the league. 10 kills a game. This guy is always on the tear, always popping off, and Mirage already looking like they're losing lots of control out there.
Yeah, sheesh. Persistence is just going through these points, and it looks like they're going to go about halfway through and they lose control.
3. Can Mirage get the zone cap? This would be huge to get that penalty down. They are going to cap it. But Soren coming down with a nice splat there on Go.
Kind of sword down.
Seems like it's going to take out the... Oh, wait. Oh, that was lag.
Yeah, maybe a little lag there, Silver. I think that's what we're seeing. But Soren getting the double kill there, and a wipe goes down for Mirage. Persistence looking pretty good so far.
Looks like Persistence is going to blow through their penalty with maybe a little bit of a fight here for Mirage, but I think they'll get through. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like Mirage is trying to attempt many pushes or even flanks at that point.
Yeah, they're finally going to go in with that Ink armor. Can they get the zone kept up? Stormy trying to face them back. Ink jet in the face.
There we go.
Just seeing short little bursts of Mirage control. I don't think that's going to be able to get them to win, but they are being pretty consistent right here. Ghost takes down one of the players, and maybe catching up a little bit here.
Yeah, Mirage looking like they could take the lead here. They got the control, but they're about to lose it. They don't want to lose it right now. That's going to be a pretty hefty penalty if they do. They are able to get it back. Stormy in a 1v1 takes down Owen. Can they get to the zone in time? Double kill for Stormy.
Baby!
They do lose the lead off that, though.
Stormy kind of popping up.
Yeah, Stormy trying to carry the team across the line. They want the wins here. And a 50 to 47 point game. This is very close, as we were saying earlier today.
Yeah, going for those kills might have been the right play there. We'll see if they're able to get through the control. I don't know, man. Mirage is taking control back, but we got all 8 alive right now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone's really able to get the full control to edge out the other team. It seems back and forth. No getting a nice flat bomb kill there, and Persistence going to have control once again in this 4v3.
Definitely. It doesn't seem like Mirage really wants to stay on zone after they get it, which is a little odd of strategy.
Yeah, Persistence able to take the zone. Flop getting the inkjet kill, traded straight back by No. It is a 2-point game, and people are dying left and right. I don't know who's going to take it. I think Mirage might get the zone back. There we go.
Oh, shoot.
Nice kill there by Inkyuu. Another, that's 2 in a row with the snipes. Might be the Charger difference here if Persistence wins. It could be the key. They're gonna get the lead back right now.
Nice work. Persistence takes that lead back. We're in the last minute of the game. Maybe seeing a little bit of overtime, my prediction, but I don't know. They're going through it pretty quick.
Yep, Soren getting some kills. If they can get one more, there it is.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, and here comes the spawn camping.
Yep. Trent trying to do something, but there's only 9 points left. Ghost does get around the side.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, wait. Oh, and the penalty is so high.
Ghost with the flank on the Splattershot Jr. actually gets the game-saving cap there. Will they be able to hold it, though? That is the question.
This will have to go into overtime.
Yeah, 1v3 Mirage is working well as a team now. They are the ones getting those advantages on the map, taking them out in 2v1, 3v1 fashion. Working through their penalty, but that flop going down is going to be huge.
And gotta love those splat wall bomb kills.
Yeah, Persistence making good work here. I think they might get the win. Mirage trying to get the control back in the last seconds.
They're
Not
barely
gonna
just
happen.
not able to contest it.
Wow, what a good game. Persistence was playing pretty well. I think Mirage challenged them very, very well. But at the end there, I saw Persistence working well as a team, getting some good team kills and assists. Stormy and Inkyuu getting 11 KA each. Really working well as a team. I think Persistence just able to edge them out because of that teamwork. But I don't know, Solver. What was it you think that you want to point out for Persistence getting that first win today?
Honestly, I feel like Persistence was able to kind of get the edge because Mirage was just never staying on their zone after they capped it. Mm-hmm. And, like, no one was really defending it.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the problem is if you can get the picks, you can get control, but if you allow the other team back into the game and you don't box them out, which on that map I feel like it's very hard. There's multiple flanks. We saw Ghost take the zone off by himself on just one little flank. So you never know on that map. It's pretty hard to box out an entire team. But Persistence able to do it a little bit better than Mirage, I think. Right, Solver?
Yeah. It seems like they just need to group together just a bit more.
Well, we're going to tower control. Zach, who are you feeling for game number 2? Will Mirage be able to get this one off of Persistence? Is this their map in mode?
I'm seeing Mirage taking this one, and then we'll have a deciding 2-1. But I think Persistence is going to be able to take Clam Blitz. But
yeah, spicy take. I have seen Mirage using the blasters a lot on tower control. They've had good members like Ghost or Trent or Owen take it before. Fluff, player of the week a couple weeks ago. I feel like their map and mode could be tower control with this humpback pump track using those blasters. We've seen it today earlier. Able to get some very clean, clear pushes going in the beginning if you get those picks. And Mirage might be able to just be able to get that momentum going early. That's what I'm looking for them to do here.
Yup.
Well, it looks like our players are ready to go, so this hype matchup between second and third place going to continue. Can Mirage pull one back, or is Persistence going to go up 2-0 over Mirage? All right, here goes nothing. Game number 2, we're going to hump track. Persistence looking like they're going to be in the green once again. This time around, Mirage going to be in the orange spoopy colors here. Whew, what are we seeing now here today from both of these teams, guys?
Persistence definitely running that bucket like it's nothing.
Yeah, they do have the buckets advantage. 2 of them for Persistence. Will they be able to use it on these ledges and get those picks? Seemingly, I think they have the better comp, but I think Mirage does have a lot of firepower. They do have a lot of tanking power if they use it correctly as well and get some picks here. No one really getting any picks yet. Finally one going down for Mirage, but it's a very back and forth match so far.
It feels like these are two teams that can really play any weapon and be comfortable with it. With other teams, you might see a little bit of fear in the teams while they maybe do something that's more comfortable for the mode or the map that they're on. But with these two great teams, I think that they can play whatever they want and that they can really get away with it. And we're seeing that right now from Persistence, just smashing through these checkpoints.
And Persistence having that Stingray was huge for that first push. They are now already through the 2 checkpoints. One does go down. This is an opportunity for Mirage maybe to get it. 3v3. Who gets the snipe here could determine the game.
Oh, shoot.
Oh. Mirage finally getting a pick.
Alright, it looks like this might be stalled out. No going to jump back on the tower, but he's in some craziness, and he's going to go down as well.
The tower is lost. But not forgotten, folks. There's still a 3rd checkpoint to go through, and but there's not been a single checkpoint to go through.
It
seems like Mirage. Oh God.
Go ahead.
It seems like Mirage is definitely getting more comfortable with that position.
Yeah.
Of just being pushed back all the way. But this is kind of where their comeback happens.
Using those buckets to perfection, as you were calling out there, Soldier, in the beginning. They seem to be getting a lot more picks. Still on the tower is Stormy. And potentially getting the KO. Yes, needing that last splat. Does get it. Those buckets coming into play. Both the Tri-Slosher and the Kensa Slosher there. Getting a KO. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that was almost a 100-0 KO, which is pretty surprising that Persistence would get that. But they did get a quick 2 first checkpoints. And from that point, it seemed like Mirage didn't have a chance to even get back on the map, Zach.
Yeah, did not have the energy of that first game for sure. I think that Persistence really showed that they're able to play any weapons and that they're going to play what works best on the map and mode. And we didn't see that as much from Mirage. I think Clam Blitz, Wahoo World has a little bit more leeway with your weapon choices. Maybe some chargers are good to have out there, but I think playing what you're comfortable with, what you're best with, is probably the best option for this map and mode. And Mirage might be able to take that win, or at least we'll see a much more even match.
Solver, what are you seeing from Mirage today? Do you think they have a shot at this third game? Because that first one was close, but that tower control game, they kind of got smacked around. That was a pretty rough game there.
Yeah. They're almost double backliner, and that's not really a good thing to have. And it seems like Persistence is kind of capitalizing off of that.
Yeah. It seems like we've been talking all year about how the Nautilus is so OP. Almost all the players of the week have been using the Nautilus. And here today, I don't think Fluff is a bad player, but I think maybe you're right. Using that Nautilus also paired up with the Charger, maybe the coordination is a little bit off there. And the Nautilus doesn't seem to be doing as much as it has in the first couple weeks.
You really need to defend that Nautilus, and it doesn't seem like they really have anyone to defend it, apart from maybe the K shot.
Yeah, well, we're about ready for game number 3. Mirage needing a win here today to keep their dominance of third place alive, but Persistence looking them to knock them down and take the sweep off them. That would be huge to assert their dominance in the league. We'll see what happens. Game number 3 is underway. All right, we got Persistence in the yellow facing Mirage here in the purple this time around. Clam Blitz is underway, and I'm seeing the champagne bottle popping out here today. Interesting choice, the foil squeezer. Will that pay off? I have no clue.
Definitely interesting to choose that over a K shot, but I guess this map and mode really kind of does require a little bit more range than what a K shot has.
Whoa, baby! Stormy popping off with a double kill to start things off. Almost getting the triple, but Owen going to outplay there with the splat bomb. They do get control
Definitely
though.
Unfortunate for Mirage.
Persistence looking to push in. Can they get the paint? They're going to use the Booyah bombs. Is that going to be enough to get the piece into the basket though? Yes, Inkywu gonna get it. Ghost is left to defend. 3v1.
Not looking good for Mirage right now.
Yeah, Trent gonna get a pick, but that is a lot of clams in already.
Jeez, yeah. Full white.
Seems that Charger is really carrying Mirage a bit.
Yeah, Persistence getting a good first push, well coordinated, getting those picks right as they score as well. Was able to get all the way to 47, which could be a winning score, honestly, even though there's 3.5 minutes left.
If they play their defense as well, I'm sure it will be.
Mirage did use that chance to get as much ink on the map as they could, and it doesn't look like it's going to be too effective here.
Interesting to see Ghost on this mini spotting, trying to get the slays down. He does get a couple. Here's Mirage's chance. They had a 3v1 on the map. Can they get the super clam in and score big here to tie it back up? To get at least a little bit close. Fluff gonna jump in.
Oh, but it gets picked right in front of it.
I don't think he got picked. I think he threw it short. Ghost trying to pick them back up. He does get.
The double. And they get the lead too. But they will get.
Yeah. Wow, that was a crazy push, Solver. What was the key there that really got them there?
Definitely just getting that second power clam right before they started to score, because Persistence was not expecting that.
Yeah, it looked like Fluff was going to fumble that. Threw it short. Ghost able to pick up both of them, though, and then they were able to get a couple more picks to keep the push going. A 5-point game here on the match, and maybe a DC, unfortunately, for Stormy. Yes, we might. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to reset this match. It was looking pretty epic here, but unfortunately with the DC, it is not with the underneath the 30 points, so we are going to reset this game. Well done to both matches, both players, but it was not meant to be on there, so we'll see.
A tactical DC question mark?
Tactical DC. So Persistence, if you're listening, you guys can stop playing. Just let Mirage go ahead and knock them out. DC was at 220, but they were not under the 30-point marker, so we are going to reset the match.
Man, that hurt.
That was close.
That hurt.
I mean, honestly, I kind of want to reset the match even if it wasn't within a rule set because it was so close. It could have gone either way with 2.5 minutes essentially left in the game. And while Mirage might be bummed because they had a 5-point lead, that's really not that much as both pushes got 50 points off the back for both teams. So we're going to reset that one, see how it goes on the take number 2. Good game, but unfortunately, Stormy gonna DC there. Solver, from those team comps, who do you think has the advantage with this replay? I mean, it was so close, only a 5-point game there. Or 4-point game.
It definitely does seem Mirage got their act together a bit from changing from that Nautilus to the Mini. But, actually. And also changing that K-Shot to the Squeezer. And it seems like Persistent, like, it didn't seem like they were quite ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about weapons that aren't often played a lot in comp.
Right.
Maybe it's a nice curveball to throw off a team who is, one of the best teams. You throw them something that they're not used to. Boom shakalaka.
Boom shaka waka.
Boom shakalaka.
Baby.
All right, well, we're going to try to get the players back in here. I do think this is a good moment, though, to talk about the standings. Persistence now 14-3 with those 2 wins. Looking for one more, obviously. But 14-3, pretty much a lock on the playoffs. With them taking down Mirage, who's in 3rd place, it is potentially almost a lock for them to get either 1st or 2nd seed now.
Yeah.
Now, while you might be like, oh, if they already have a lock, then do they really care about these matches? To me, getting 1st place over Bittersweet would be huge.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you think about it, it seems like a lot of the middle of the pack is trying to get that 4th spot for playoffs.
Yep.
If you get 1st seed, it seems like there's almost 2 tiers where you have like the number 1, 2, and 3 team, and then like those 4 through 6 teams are fighting for that 4th spot. If you get number 1, you get to face that 4th team, and that means it is probably an easier matchup.
Right. Yep. I'm pretty pumped to see what this match looks like. I'm interested to see if the same picks for weapons are made in the direction that this goes. I think Mirage has a good idea right now of how Persistence plays, and maybe that's going to benefit them doing a replay here.
Yeah. And honestly, this is a potential matchup if Mirage does end up taking 1 game, 1 win here, to face each other again in the playoffs.
Yep.
I think this would be a hype match of seeing, potentially a best of 5 series. Persistence did, of course, really take that game number 2, but that happens sometimes. You even watch the best teams of Splatoon. When they get a early momentum, sometimes the best teams are able to close out against the other best teams within moments. So it's not like I don't think that defines Mirage as a clearly worse team.
Sure.
Both Game 1 and that Game 3 DC there was really close.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
we're still working on getting 1 Mirage player. I think they maybe thought that we weren't doing a replay. So trying to get them back into the lobby. Stormy's back in, and hopefully we don't get another double DC here. We're actually missing you, Fluff, who's in the chat, so jump back in.
Bruh.
Oh.
LOL. Whew.
You got this, Fluff.
All right, this is a good time to remind you guys, though, to vote if you have not voted for your favorite teams today in the polls. The winning team potentially might get merch going their way.
Or tattoo.
Or tattoo by Zach. Please don't do that, actually. That would be... I don't know. It seems extreme.
Are you professionally licensed?
Oh, shoot. Should I just tattoo it on myself?
Oh, gosh. Definitely don't do that.
I saw a guy who got a tattoo. He tattooed himself. It's a picture of him tattooing himself.
Okay.
Is the tattoo.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, now we got both teams into the lobby. They're ready to go. So let's just jump back into it. Sorry we had to have a DC there, but we are ready for more action. Persistence versus Mirage. Game number 3. Take number 2. Hopefully it works out this time around. No DCs, fingers crossed. Let's get into it. Take number 2. We got Persistence in the purple, in the, whatever that is, blue, Mirage here in the green. I am not colorblind, obviously. And teams coming out here with the same weapons. We'll see if they're able to pilot them in the same way. Remember, before the DC, it was only a 4-point game, so both teams have a great shot at winning this one.
Big boy.
Persistence already. Wait, hold on. Other team.
Definitely right. Persistence with a lot of clams already here on the map.
Shoot. Feels pretty even. This feels like already like more of a stalemate. Nobody's really going down. I think we got one down on Persistence, but no crazy team fights here.
Yeah, nothing going on. There is a couple members of Persistence dying. This is a chance for Mirage maybe to get their first lead of the match.
Okay.
There's a trade.
Man, it looks like a lot of Mirage paint going out here on the map. Can Persistence get the control back that they need? Incomers going to be popped up a little bit too early. Goes in, and Ghost able to take them down.
Oh. All right. Okay, nice work there from Ghost. Killer.
Mirage getting those picks, but just can't really capitalize off of it.
Yeah, seems like the picks are going back and forth, but now both teams are just dying here in mid. No one with the super claim will actually ally one for Mirage, but they are very far away from the basket to get that one in.
Got a couple more clams here for Mirage, but nothing too significant.
Fluff going in, trying to use that in-depth paint up as much as he can. They need control if they actually want to score, but they're going to go down, potentially lose the super claim as well. Persistence potentially can have the control into going in, getting it scored.
Nice work. And Persistence get a couple more clams in there. Oh, okay, maybe quite a few more.
And there's the wipe.
Yeah, Mirage gonna instantly look how fast they are going the other way. Ghost's gonna be able to get a super claim if they want it. Will they pick it up? They do. But Ghost's gonna be in some trouble right there. No.
Ooh. Night Pro and ends up team up kind of went awry immediately.
Yeah. Fluff was able to sneak it in from the bubbles, but you can't stay in the bubble forever. They're gonna eventually. Infu just able to pop him off right after he's found out.
Jeez. Man, we're halfway through this game. We're at the same moment that we had a DC last time, and this match just has a very different energy to it.
Yeah, this one seems a lot more defensive. No one is really making big pushes that we saw last time. There's, I think, almost 50-point pushes from both teams on their first time. This time only 20 and a 38-point push.
Yeah. It's 17 clams, 18 clams for Persistence right now. First super claim looks like.
Here we go.
And there's the team wipe that Persistence is probably gonna capitalize hard.
Boy. Yeah, that was gonna be
if they get that pity clam, that's basically gonna be game.
19. Soren's there with more. Can they get enough in? Gonna get it to 10. Baller out too. Oh, is just in the back. And that's
it.
Oh, shoot.
Wow.
The tactical DC worked.
I don't think so. I don't want to put out any rumors there. That doesn't seem like what Persistence would do.
No, not at all.
I can see already Mirage upset in the chat, but here's the thing. As competitive staff, we set the DC rules in the beginning of the league, and while you might not like them, they are there for a reason. And you can say, yeah, we were up by 4 points with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. But at that point of the game, it could go either way, and I don't think Mirage clearly had the victory in that first game. Right. It feels bad, though, whenever you do face a DC. It's never fun, and I do feel bad for Mirage. Unfortunately for them, it does go to a remake, and Persistence seemingly having the upper hand in that one.
Yep, for sure. Good games, though. It was well played there at the end. We did see some crazy moves from Persistence at the end. But yeah, for that first half of that game, just some beautiful defensive moves back and forth. A little bit of a boring game, I will say, but still, still something important.
I don't think it was boring. I think it was very defensive first.
Very
Persistence able to get that wipe, though, and pretty much take over the game from that point. Right there, they're just throwing claim after claim. You can see the baller coming in, throwing in more, keeping the basket open. No, behind Mirage, getting some kills on that second level plank. And from there, Persistence able to get the KO. Solver, are you ready to say they are the best team in our league?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Honestly, it just really depends.
Depends on what?
It depends on Bittersweet's performances past this point.
Gotcha.
And also Persistence's as well.
Yep.
Actually, so Peachy, coming up next is not the cooldown desk.
Yep, we got one more game. We have Nasty Majesty. Nasty Majesty versus Translucence. Actually, a really important matchup because Translucence trying to get into playoff. Nasty Majesty in a huge race with regular gamers. So this match that we're going to face after the break could change the entire season. Remember, if you don't know, we only have one more week after today. And so whatever happens